Honored ladies and gentlemen, here you see my boss, my employee, a young student who puts her faith in us, teachers and administrators, in assisting her to find her own path in life. My name is Sampo Suihko. I was supposed to join you in the conference, but unfortunately a lengthened influenza and bronchitis keeps me home. So I send you some thoughts and greetings through the air. I tell you first something about the home city of Omnia, which is the counterpart of our common twinning project. Then some basic rules of Finnish education and the importance of curriculum work in the local level, and finally a couple examples of edu interests on Espoo at the moment. My background is that I have been working as a deputy mayor for the city of Espoo for some time. I've also had the pleasure to run two twinning projects, one in Egypt concerning vocational education and training, and the other one here in Kosovo. I have also been involved to UNESCO Learning City organization and the Evaluation Council in Finland. So my site starts from education administration. First I tell you something about Espoo. Espoo looks like that, a small tiny city in the far away from north. Espoo is located quite near to Helsinki. It is part of metropolitan area. Espoo is young and fast developing city, now about 300,000 inhabitants. 20% of our residents are under 15, 44% of our residents over 15 have a university diploma. And our international community will grow until 2030 to be about 17 or 20% of our inhabitants. Espoo is a funny city. It doesn't look like a city, it looks like a central park. The northern parts of Espoo are mainly fields and forests, recreation and conservation areas. For instance, Nuuksio National Park is only 20 kilometers distance away from Nokia headquarters. Green space is found always inside of 1 kilometer inhabitants. 58 kilometers coastline, 95 lakes, and 165 islands. Espoo is Finland in a miniature size. And at the same time, we enjoy high-tech economy. Espoo is Northern Europe's largest high-tech hub, which is located in Aalto University area in Otaniemi. Over 20% of our jobs is in ICT. The biggest employers are Nokia, Technical Research Center of Finland, and Aalto University. About 400 global companies and headquarters, including Nokia, Kone and Rovio, are located in our city. Education is very important for our city. Pre-primary education and kindergartens are open for everybody. Approximately 98% of Espoo's 6 years old attend pre-primary education. We have about 100 comprehensive schools, 13 general upper secondary schools, and a big vocational education and training institution called Omnia. At the university level, besides Aalto University, we have Metropolia University of Applied Sciences and Laurea University of Applied Sciences. So the possibilities for our youngsters are good in education. And we always start from the students. Education for me. Foundations for Finnish education system is quite easy to describe. We have equal opportunities free of charge for everybody. Our system is student-centered. On every level, We have competent and committed teachers, wide-ranging support services, and decentralized administration, which make it a mission impossible to run the schools from administration level. That also means independence of the schools. We have vast cooperation between stakeholders and companies, and last but not least, I think the most important thing, significance of education in society. Even that Finland is in economic crisis, education is maybe the last thing to spare. Of course, we are evaluating our education. Internationally, we are carefully following, for instance, PISA and PIAAC investigations, but we do not teach to PISA. The importance of evaluation is in self-evaluation, and also in their student-centered approaches and inclusion, accommodating special needs in evaluation. We are using modern technology, for instance, e-portfolios, classwikis and bloggies, and I would say evaluation of teachers and schools never leads to rankings. Ranking has never been a real issue in Finnish education. The key words in Finnish education policy have been quality, some people say quality, quality and quality. But I would like to add there efficiency, equity and internationalization. These four are the key words of Finnish education policy. The Finnish National Board of Education prepares the national core curriculum for everyone, every city, every village in Finland. So to be sure that we have equal opportunities for each student everywhere in Finland. All the municipalities, like Espoo, compile municipality-specific curriculum. And then all the individual schools prepare their own school curriculum. As in Espoo, we are working on the third level now with individual schools. In exciting project, the new curriculums are taken into action from the year 2016. So we call it a three-level curriculum. National core curriculum, then local curriculum, which stands for city values, profiles, language programs, structures for support, Espoo specific contents. And then, maybe the most important for the pupils, school-level curriculum, optional courses, learning units, methods, evaluations. So we need all this three-level curriculum to develop our education in Finland. If you think about our education from the word autonomy, so you could say that the state has thrown the ball to municipalities, municipalities have thrown the ball to schools and principals to teachers and learners. So from the state to learner, or from the learner to state, all in their autonomous position. So some things about what we are doing in the city of Espoo at the moment. For us, participation is the most important word in our work at the moment. We are carefully listening parents, pupils, inhabitants, companies who work and live in the Espoo area. We have been working with Espoo Local Development Plan for Education 2020. The aim of Espoo is to be the most competent municipality known for its fairness, resident and customer orientation, as well as for responsible pioneering both now and in the future. The four cornerstones for our learning development plan is commitment to renewable and joyful learning. Secondly, consistent learning path and development of learning environments. Third, support for the use of new technologies in learning. And the fourth, shared development platform for educational institutions, regional, national and international actors, including businesses. Competent Espoo residence really means students and learners from early childhood to senior citizens. As a small country, as a small city, we need everybody to be involved into education and working life. We have found that the individual school path is something we have to work on. From early childhood to basic education, to upper secondary school, to vocational education, adult education, and different possibilities of universities and universities of applied sciences. So we have to discuss with all the students, all the learners, how can we make this path as easy as possible for everybody. One key thing in Finnish education is that we should ask, at least in my opinion, 3 more words to the key words. They are joy, motivation and creativity. These things we have to think carefully, because for some reasons, even in Finland, the school is found a little bit too serious. So there are the phases which we would like to see also for older students, older learners. So there is a challenge. What if we blend in the future or even today lifelong learning, smart surfaces, cloud-based services and games? Put them all to blender and see what's going to happen after that. We have a lot of different kinds of projects where we are testing new kinds of pedagogical things. For instance, supporting boundless learning in Espoo, using all the possibilities for our learners, schools, kindergartens, libraries and youth services, crossing boundaries, caring participants as innovators and sharing expertise. Getting familiar to each other, actors and learning spaces, planning the action together, actors' need and wishes, training, implementing in practice, sharing best practices, not only in schools, but in their everyday life. Digitalization is, of course, a key issue in Finnish education at the moment. It is a working culture which takes advantage of possibilities of digital technologies. It changes the way we work and sets new requirements for skills and expertise. Change in thinking, working, and in attitudes towards technologies are required and quite difficult even in schools. We take part at the moment for a project called New Pedagogies for Deep Learning Program, training administrators, teachers and educators to use technologies that enhance learning. This is organized by Microsoft, it's global, and 20 of schools in Espoo are taking part of this deep learning program. So actually, we as a city, we must take care that we must get the ball rolling with all these kinds of things which are developing our life and our education. So would these be the new important words for education? Joy of lifelong learning, sharing, seniors creating, collaboration, unschooling, entrepreneurship, juniors, ecosystems, lifelong learning nodes. They might be the keys for future's learning. We are so happy that we are part of this twinning project. It is a great opportunity for Finnish experts and Finnish education. And why? At least these 6 points should be remarked. Benchmarking, finding together best practices and exchanging them. Getting new ideas in Kosovo, from Austria, for all the participants in these projects. We need trans-European networks in education. for our students, for our teachers, for our administrators. For each expert, this means personal growth, personal development, personal experience and personal motivation. Twinning project is investment in knowledge and know-how, and it increases understanding of different cultures. So, honored friends and colleagues, I thank you by my heart for the possibility to be involved in twinning project in Kosovo, and I am looking forward to see you soon in Prishtina.